Welcome again to another episode of Raise a Glass. My name is Seun Odegbami. I am a storyteller, or you can, popularly known as a storyteller, right? And some of the things that we're going to be having today is conversations around bands, opinions, perspective about certain issues relating from your health, your well-being, and the likes. And I'm sure that you're going to enjoy this episode again. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to leave a comment. But before I go further, I'm here with my host, the beautiful Priscilla Amadi, the service culture evangelist. She's going to introduce herself to us. Priscilla?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been promoted though. Host is now calling me host. The last time it was co-host, but if you promote me, who am I? I will collect the promotion. Okay, it's Priscilla Amadi, your service culture evangelist. Another amazing conversation. You don't even know what's gonna hit you, but don't worry. Just again, like the host said, please subscribe, sit back, grab your popcorn, grab your drink. If you don't have any of the above, sip your gari. It's all acceptable. I will be here to give you the lowdown.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so I'm going to be introducing our special guest for today.
Woo, 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 woo,
Our
woo,
special
woo,
guest
woo,
came
woo,
all the
woo,
way
woo,
from
woo.
another state. All the way from
Woo!
Oyo State. He came to Lagos to
Yay!
come and visit us, the
From
bubbling
Oyo to
state.
Ibadan.
So Aboluwade is here with us, an amazing personality. He's going to be sharing his opinion and perspective with us on a particular subject that we're taking today.
Woo, woo, woo.
So please, wherever you are, with a round of applause, welcome Aboluwade.
So, hi everyone. Like he said, my name is Aboluwade. He said, I'm the special guest. Yeah, so I'm special today. I'm the only special one
Today.
in the room. Yeah, I'm the only special one in the room. So, like he said, we'll be sharing perspective, opinions, and thoughts. And like he said, it's going to be an amazing section. Trust me, you'll get fired.
When Nigerians say trust me, I have trust issues immediately.
Then I'm glad you have that because I would
It's safe.
shake your trust table.
I
Yeah.
know. It's been nice to have someone shake it and shake it properly. But anyways, what's your street name?
Well,
Girl.
yeah, maybe
Social
Boludex.
media street name,
So
stuff like that.
I think there's a group where they call me Glasses Boy. Why? Because I wear glasses a lot.
You are currently wearing glasses. But
Yes,
that's
you
like
can
cliche.
see.
Almost like everybody's
Yeah,
wearing
it's-
glasses.
It's part of my signature.
Identity.
So yeah, so it's a lot. They will say Glasses Boy, Glasses Boy. So that's one. Then what else?
Maybe you're in the midst of people with very healthy eyes. They hardly wear glasses.
Funny how that my eyes are very well. They're as clear as anything. They are not recommended. They are not medicated.
Oh, Shakara mended.
Purely,
Shako mended.
Yeah.
Omo.
If that. So apart from the fact that I love
I think
to
it
wear
looks
glasses,
good on him though.
actually,
Yeah, it does.
It's part of your
does.
aesthetics. Like there's this whole nerdy,
It's a nerdy look.
cool
I mean,
look, you know.
when you see me, you're like,
You got it
he's a
going.
serious guy. He has something going on. I mean,
You have that nerdy thing.
And he's not
going.
serious. So.
I'm actually not serious
Ah.
on the outside.
I don't
but
know about that though.
in the inside, I tend to be serious.
Thank God we're all outside. We're outside.
It's Alawa.
Alrighty.
So we usually have a segment called the hot take, where we take a particular topic that people have been talking about, on social media, outside on the street, and we just try to dissect it according to our perspective and our opinion. And then we've had several others on other episodes. But today we'll be talking about something that has been very prevalent. I mean, it is a very, very sensitive topic, but I won't say it's sensitive, but people have different opinions. I've even seen people debate about it, and it's about abortion.
Okay.
Should it be legal or illegal?
Oh my God.
So you want me to weigh in on it?
Yes. What's
So,
your own opinion?
Before I share my opinion, I'm glad you even mentioned it because it's something that has also been on my mind for quite a while, and something came in part of my argument when I was making the argument in my head that when there's a miscarriage, do you know that it's an abortion? It's just that it is without the consent.
It's like it was like something unplanned for.
No.
Something like
When
that?
there's a miscarriage,
Yes,
yes.
it's unplanned for.
Abortion is consent to remove.
Remove.
Miscarriage is without consent to also remove, because it's the same endpoint.
When you say without consent, it means that the person did
When I mean miscarriages, they don't happen out of intentionality. Maybe you take
That's
something.
a safer word.
Yeah, that's what I
was going for,
saying
okay.
when I said without the consent, because
Okay.
you didn't plan to
Plan
remove it,
yeah,
so it just happened.
Yeah.
But the end goal is that the baby
There's a
was no
remover,
more. There's a
yeah.
remover, whether with content, which is intentionality, or without intentionality. So now we are saying it that should it be legalized? Should we allow people to be able to decide that, oh yes, I want to have this
Yes,
baby.
you want to have this baby. I don't want to have this baby. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's intentionally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should the well, if I would answer it based on my own personal this thing, it's quite dicey. I would have loved to say that it shouldn't, based on my faith and based on my principles as a person, because that's part of what forms my principle, my faith.
Yeah.
It's part of me. So whether I like it or I can't move it.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you the will to say that, oh yes, this person is coming and it should not come. So
Sure.
on that hand, I would say no, it shouldn't be legalized.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. But if you now try to reason outside that, I feel like it should be legalized. But what are the conditions for legalizing it?
Yes.
So that is where the problem comes in. What are the criteria? What do you want to say? Oh yes, because I don't have money, or because I have money but I'm not ready, I'm not mentally ready. How do we measure your mental readiness?
I've heard of weird things. People use all kinds of weapons to remove.
Actually,
Do
that's
you understand? I've
that's
heard
a
of
very valid point.
Do you get? So I've heard of crazy stuff that people do because they do not want to know and they do not want to talk about it or share because society does not want to even know.
Frowns at it,
They don't even
doesn't
want to know. They cannot
that
even tell their friends, their close friends about it
that this
because
is happening to
their
them.
close friend is going to be one of the first person to criticize
crucify
them.
them.
So who else are they going to tell? Is it the irresponsible guy that that person knows that this person is not even responsible at all, and then you have to now force yourself. So if the facts are saying, if the data is saying that, look, there's a high rate of mortality among the girls, the women, we need to find a way to ensure that this thing is legalized. That's a cause for it, because at the end of the day, if you don't legalize it, even the doctor or whoever is in charge, there's going to be a problem. People that sell drugs, is also going to be a problem. So it's a way of empowering women.
I think it's
Okay.
also
As the only lady here, I
okay.
think I've heard you guys both, and I would like to chime in. Thank you. May I? I was
Yes.
promoted
Yes,
to
you
be as
may.
host, so I will not forget my promotion. Anywho, as a lady and as a service culture evangelist, I'm looking at it from the angle of the kind of community and society we want to build. Now, when there is when there is a high increase in abortion, it only points towards the fact that there's a deficiency in that society. It could be orientation, it could be lack of enabling environment for those who have become pregnant to thrive, because there's a whole nother life when the child comes out of the stomach, right? Then there's a lack of family. Maybe two parties or one of the parties do not want it. Now, why do these parties not want it? Sometimes when I look at all this analysis, I wonder if we are looking at it holistically, or we just choose to harp on faith and forget everything else. The cost of living wants to unalive the living. So it's looking more like when these people do get pregnant, and it's documented that almost every single form of contraception out there have failed. So you cannot say that people are not engaging in preventative measures because you don't even have the data or the fact, as in you cannot completely say, in all honesty, including the producers will tell you that some of their contraceptives fail. In fact, there have been incidences where even these actions that men go vasectomy have failed.
really.
Yeah.
So if we have these kinds of instances, and then you have a society where the cost of living is unaliving the living, right? And then you have a young woman or a young man facing this particular predicament. One, if you look around our society, which we are currently in right now, which will be my own basis for comparison, you would
like
see that we don't have a huge we don't have a huge orientation on planned parenthood. So it's just go and marry and born. The God that gave you the children will give you how to feed it. But for me, I'll prefer a situation whereby, as a society, we look at it holistically, both the welfare of those involved and the welfare of the children coming. Because in my own opinion, I'd rather have a healthy community of well-loved and well-taken care of children than just children that happen to just happen due to happenstance. That's my own view.
Thank you. So, I mean, that's a very interesting perspective from everyone, and I'm sure that our viewers will take one or two things home. So that brings us to today's topic, and today's topic is very interesting. I mean, you know, while we talk about relationship and we emphasize on relationship, and I think it's a very huge part of our interaction, human to human interaction, relationship at different levels. And when you look at the way relationship is termed, you also want to look at what value you can add. Is it going to be always a need relationship?
Parasitic one.
Exactly. So what value can you add to the person? That's why today's topic we're talking about what you bring to the table. I remember watching one video and the person said, "I am the table."
I mean,
I'm the table. Don't ask me what I am.
My
the
body
table.
is the
It
table.
is me that is the table, right? But there's so much more to talk about this topic because it's a very defining topic. And one of the things that I want us to explore is talking about what does it mean to even bring something to the table. What does it mean to bring something to the table?
Okay, so what does it mean to bring something to the table? The table is literally like the platform or the thing that is bringing you together, the relationship itself. That's the table. The relationship that you are building with whoever you are in bed with.
Yeah.
When I mean in bed, I'm not saying it has to be the physical bed. It could be work relationship, it could be friend-to-friend relationship, and it could be the platonic man-to-woman or man-to-man for the homosexuals relationship. So that's the relationship is actually the table, the union, the thing that you are building together, that friendship, that companionship. That's the table.
So just as you explained how table is, what the table is actually the relationship, and we have to do a self-reflection of what this union or relationship is all about. And I would like you to share your own personal perspective on the things that people can bring into a relationship. What are those things that you can add to it? So how do you do so? How do you push them in terms of financial stability, in terms of emotional intelligence? Those things are things that you contribute to a relationship. What's your own personal reaction to that?
Okay, so I would talk about these things in two sides: friendship, relationship, then in platonic. Yeah. So starting on the friend-to-friend relationship, I've had this problem a lot with most of my friends, or some of my friends, not most, because this would go on live. And I don't want people to.
You don't want to lose friends.
Yeah, I don't want to lose friends. I mean, I cherish
But
my
how
friends
do they
a
know
lot.
that they are the one you are talking about?
I mean, if I have 10 friends, out of that 10, maybe 5 would know that I'm part of the 5 that he was talking about.
Yeah, no, but I
Definitely.
think that I hope they use it as a learning point.
Yeah, so this is where I'm driving at. In these friendships, my friend will be like, oh, I think, I wouldn't say that I am this kind of person that like to give a lot in my friendships. Like, I give resources when it be, I give
energy
like
gifts.
that. And say, for example, you're my friend and I have a friend, hey, A is an hypothetical person, and when A is in need, I'm able to render a financial help to A.
Yeah.
Now, most of the time, when I give to A now start feeling bad that I'm always giving in the relationship, the friendship, in that particular instance, and A feels bad that he or she is not contributing anything to the relationship.
Yeah.
And at the time, I had to sit them down and tell them that, oh, now, this is it.
Yeah.
Relationship, in this case, friendship,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be that we are giving the same thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm driving at is that in a reunion, it doesn't have to be the same thing that everyone is giving. You don't necessarily have to give me what I'm giving back to you.
Yes.
So if I'm giving you money, I mean, these friends that I said that I give money, I can call you at any time of the day and have any conversation with you.
Yes.
I can share my art with you and you hear me out. We hang out a lot. So you can invest your emotions. I invest my money.
Okay.
And that is a balanced relationship for me.
Yeah.
So my point is that it doesn't have to be that if I'm giving you money, you have to give me money. A can support me when I have events, or let's say for example I'm a PM person and I need to raise people to do something, and A can volunteer his or her time to come and support me or share my flyer. You've invested back in the friendship.
Really, yeah.
Do you get?
And funny enough, we are beginning to lose those kinds of friends.
Yeah.
People, you now,
Because
that
people,
particular kind of friends that will show up and show out. Other people just basically.
Then people have issues. People that give money, they have issues with people that don't give money because they feel like because I'm always giving, they must give me back in money.
I know.
So if Seun gives me money,
yeah,
but I'm not able to give him money, but I can support his this thing by giving him a retweet on internet.
Yeah.
When he posts his content, I give him a retweet, I give him a like, I share with people. I've invested back into the friendship, one way or the other.
Yeah, one way or the other.
So that's what people should understand, that it necessarily doesn't have to be the same thing that the other person is giving that you are giving. Let me cite this example. So one of my first ever speaking section that paid me was through a friend's referral. Now, he probably has not given me any money before, but that which he did would go a long way in my history, because I would always cite back to it and say that, oh, this also person gave me this speaking gig and I was paid. Regardless of how much I was paid, it was the one that first gave me that platform, the opportunity to be on the platform.
For him to have sold you enough to the organizers, for them to consider you good enough for payment, that's enough.
Imagine. So if, now imagine people now saying that because I give him money, doesn't give me money, he has not invested in me, or he has not bring anything to the table. Does that make sense? Now, let's move to maybe the relationships, romantic relationships. Now, the table. What are you bringing to the table? In this place now, we're talking about two people that wants to build a life together.
Yeah.
So I feel like this one, you have to mandatorily bring a lot to the table. So in relationship nowadays, we have people that say they want equality. It's fine. You want this thing. But are you bringing something to demand that equality? It's very important. Before you could claim anything, you must also bring something valuable to also demand something of value.
Yeah.
If you are not bringing anything of value, you demanding something of value is you being deluded. That's delusion. Delulu. Some people will say it's delulu, that delulu is no something like that.
I just feel like everybody should begin to know that there are various ways of bringing value, and it's not only money.
It's not only money.
It's not only money.
I think it has to do with the recipient of the contribution. So two are in a romantic relationship.
Oh, you're now talking about
yes,
romantic relationship. One person receives a gesture and financial gesture from the other person, and then the other person says thank you, and then they go there. Thank you is not enough. I think that thank you is not. How about no, I'm not nobody can thank anybody in the bedroom. It's not a I'm not saying that it's not special, but it's not a special thing.
It is to hello.
Wait, people can go outside.
Okay, speak for yourself, Neo.
Okay, maybe it is special for some people. So I believe that someone gives you a financial gesture. Well, how about you contributing to maybe an idea or maybe a business idea that I share to you? That could be your own way of reciprocating that financial.
Let me help you now.
So I know that you have sense.
Let me help you.
You might not have money,
let me help you
but
narrow
you have
it down.
sense.
Let me help you narrow it down. So life is not scripted black and white.
Exactly.
It has to be tailored to who you are dealing with.
I know.
So if take for example now, if I'm the person that likes my thank you in the bedroom,
and you are not
and you are not tending to that need.
No, I am not saying that you should not.
No, I'm going somewhere. What I'm saying is that your perspective is very, very legit,
valid,
but it is in relative to you and what you want.
Exactly.
To some other people, when they do something grand to you, say the thank you with your mouth, they enter bedroom and show them the real
some people
thank
is food.
you.
Some people
is food. Some people is the idea. Now it is because probably you are more business oriented or business minded, then you feel like after doing something grand for you, something worthwhile that will find worthwhile, or I'll find equal to what could say thank you for what I've done is that you contribute to an idea. If for me, I do something for you, probably it will be another thing. It might be that maybe I would expect you to do something thoughtful, something out of the blue.
Yeah.
It might not even be related to my business. Some people don't need,
I think you should just.
some people don't want help with their business ideas. They have more than enough help already on that head.
They have helpers
They have a
and a
team
team.
that they have put in place that is
That they
thinking
are
for
paying.
them. So if you are giving me my ideas, I will just say, well, okay, you try,
I
you try.
hear you.
But because he has heard more than
Yeah.
enough of those things.
From
So
Harvard
he need you to
school
do
boys.
something that those people that is
Are
paying
not
to do
doing.
are not doing. So it is that now part of what we are bringing to the table is that self-awareness. Number one, not just your own self-awareness, knowing the other person that you are
Paying
dealing with,
attention well enough to
sensitivity
be able
to know who
Yeah.
you are dealing with, so that you will not be and that is why I don't like people that have been in plenty relationships, because they start using the
Comparing.
assumption of how they dealt with XA to deal with B.
Well, it
In
can
the
go,
sense
it
that-
can go two ways. It can either make you a better person with interacting with people and not making mistakes, or rather reducing your mistakes. Because as a
But
human,
how many people are really better?
You know
after
my
moving
po-
from
my
an
point-
ex?
where I'm
They
going
tend
is
to
that
overproject.
no,
My problem is I feel
Not
like
everybody.
relationships is
Yeah.
part of those things, especially when it comes to woman's relationship. It's one of those things where experience would mar you a lot more than it will help you if you are not careful. If you are not careful, listen to it. If you are not careful, the experiences of the past, if care is not taken, would help you form a shield in dealing with the person you are dealing with next.
But it's not just
because
about
you have seen a lot
romantic
of
relationships.
no, we are talking
Even
about romance now.
even in normal interactions.
Like you, people say that if you don't close your eye, if you close your eyes, that if you say you want to close your eyes, that you want bad people to go, you close your eyes and good people will also pass by you.
Exactly.
Tabanika lauju, kadiju, ki eni bubu koja, but anyway bama koja. That means when the bad persons are passing, the good people will follow it
And be passing.
and you will not know because you've closed your eyes. So it is important that your eyes remain open to see who you are dealing with. Like I said, it is not scripted black and white. So everybody,
scripted black and
you
white.
know, everybody
Soundbite.
custom to themselves.
Yeah.
Don't treat A with the experiences of B.
That's just the cocoa of the
That's the
matter.
cocoa.
It's
So
not-
if you are dealing with me now, get to know the things that excite me. Get to know the things that would make me happy. The things that I'm passionate about. Then invest in them,
which is fine.
which is what I would love. So it is not about you want to say thank you in the bedroom. It's actually about what are those things that would make this person feel like, yes, you've made something important to their life. Some people, it is food. When they eat, when they see food like this, everything that is doing them has finished. So imagine giving that kind of a person food.
Yeah.
It would appreciate it way more than ideas. You are now sitting me down, you are telling me idea when it is food that is doing me. Do you get?
Hunger
Some
that is
people,
catching me.
when they do something good for their wife know how to prepare a very lovely
Lovely
meal,
meal.
and they know that their husband
Or
will
their
enjoy it.
favorite meal.
After enjoying it, they will now go and do another round of thank you in the bedroom that both of them
It's
will
like
enjoy.
you just like that particular thank you.
No. It's that reel that I saw on IG that is disturbing my head. So the man told the wife that
Be careful of what you digest
he
on
has
social
cooked that
media.
he wants the wife to serve. So apparently he got her a new phone. So the wife came down from where she was sleeping.
Yeah.
And imagine your husband waking you out of your sleep that, oh, come and cook for me now.
Yeah.
I'm hungry and this and
Yeah.
that and this and that. So when she got down and with her daughter, with a kid,
Yeah.
one of her children rather, the daughter was there, the mom and the dad. Then the wife was like, what did you cook now? Why are you filming me? You are saying I should come and serve. Maybe you have cooked. Why did you not serve? So when she opened the pot, she met a brand new phone. So she was excited. Like the happiness was so intense that she did not know when she was saying that, let's go to the bedroom and let me come and say thank you. The daughter was not asking that, mommy, what is thank you that you want to go and do? The comment section was so wild. Like it is the thank you that gave birth to you. If you know, you will not be asking.
Thanks
So
for
that's
coming.
why if you see me saying bedroom, that is
Yeah.
why.
That brings me to another part of this conversation, especially the part that has to do with men and the fact that the way society sees us is that you have to be
Breadwinner.
the breadwinner. It's your responsibility. So, and sometimes the burden can be very
Tiresome.
it can be very tiresome, and someone is saying that, oh, I'm washing plates in the kitchen, but the husband is watching TV. That why should you be watching TV? Shouldn't you join your wife in washing the plates? But you're making an assumption that the guy
Never offered.
do you understand? Never offered, or you're making an assumption that did you even ask that, or maybe just pay for it. Would you come and help me to wash the dishes? Do you understand? Because you need to also remember that it might be intentional, it might not be intentional. You are the one that probably took the plates away to the kitchen or stuff like that. But if you wanted the person to do that, you should be able to communicate, right? And I know that all of us grew up in different homes.
Yeah.
Some people grew up in a home where their parents were the one doing the laundry. It will be surprising for you to enter a relationship and you find out that because your dad was the one doing the laundry and this person is not doing the laundry,
to do the laundry,
you're expecting that the person should also be able to do
The
laundry
husband.
for you.
Yeah.
And the person will be like, this is an odd thing for me to do.
In my own
I've
house, it's
never-
my mom that's always doing the laundry, so
you
I'm
understand?
expecting that you should do the
So I'm
laundry.
expecting that you should do the laundry. So why are you asking me as the husband and saying, oh, I'm not contributing anything to the house, I'm not helping you to do the dishes, I'm not helping you to sweep, I'm not helping. I've watched a video where I saw it was the guy that was cleaning the house.
Let me tell you a
But
story.
the guy was working from home, but it was the one that was cleaning and was mopping and was doing all the cleaning from morning till night. That is him. Me, I might not be interested. I'll just hire somebody to do the cleaning.
Yeah, but
and
if
that
to
does
get
not mean
it
that
done,
I am not.
You're not being
I'm not being
responsible.
responsible. Or I'm not contributing. It depends on what the expectation.
as long as
what's-
you're the one sorting the bills.
Exactly. So there's a lot of stereotype.
Oh
People
my
stereotype all
goodness.
these things and make it a this is what this person
So,
should be doing. This
let me
is
still-
their contribution.
Let me tell you something. So I'll tell you a story. Sensitivity is important,
Very.
and it will lead me to my next point. Now, when I was growing up, my mom and we the children, we basically do the chores in the house, the cooking, the washing, and all
Yeah.
of that. My dad doesn't have to work; he goes out. My mom also works, so both of them work. But I mean, the mother cooks. We join her in the kitchen to cook and all of that. And when I was growing up, sensitivity for me is me telling myself that when I have my family, I don't want to be that kind of man that leaves my wife to do everything.
Yeah.
So I have to help her.
Yeah.
I'm marrying a partner, not someone that wants to leave everything to do.
Yeah.
I'm not marrying a slave. I'm not marrying someone that wants to cook for me. People tell you that this one that you're saying you're hungry. Why not just go and marry?
Marry.
I'll tell them that I'm not marrying because I need to feed my stomach. Now, sensitivity tells me that there is a problem that I've spotted that I don't want. I don't want the trend to repeat itself.
Yeah.
Now, intentionality now comes to tell me that I have to be intentional. Most of the time, we've seen these things, but if we are not being intentional enough,
Yes.
we will walk in the same footstep.
Like
That's-
knowingly.
So when I was in school, I do this. When I don't visit people a lot, but when I visit my female this thing, when they go to the kitchen, I enter the kitchen. Like if it is just to sit down and talk, or if it is just to help with something,
Yes,
I
just
do
partner
it.
in the kitchen.
Now,
That's
do you know
awesome.
why? Because I'm training myself.
That's not
It will
bad
be
at all.
difficult for me that it is when I'm now married, I will now expect that she's now in the kitchen. I will now go and, if I've not been doing it, it will be difficult for me to start it at that time.
Exactly.
So I have to train myself early on that when I see anybody in the kitchen, even if I'm visiting your house,
Yeah.
I want to join you in
You
the
want to
kitchen.
move. Yeah.
And that is it. Number one, I was sensitive enough to spot something I don't want to repeat itself. And two, I was being intentional to ensure that I take proactive steps. Some people have spotted problems in relationships that they've seen, but they don't know that to solve those problems, you have to start early on. You don't wait until you
Yeah.
are in it
Yeah.
before you now start saying it that your wife will just find you in the sitting room and you are just there.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything. Now, that's a part. Now, the next part that I was going to say is that sacrifice. Now, another thing that comes with relationships and love is sacrifice. At times, there are things that you have to do, even though it is not comfortable.
Yes.
It is not every time that you do things that are comfortable. So, part of what you bring to the table that it will require of you to bring to the table is sacrifice. You must be able to make sacrifices, which means that you must be able to make compromises on some things.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all things,
Yeah.
but on some things that probably you don't used to watch before. In our family, you don't used to enter kitchen.
Yeah.
We saying we don't used to, is there a taboo? Is
Yeah.
there a law that says men should not enter kitchen?
Yeah.
It will be insensitive that you have a husband in the house, or you have a partner in the house, either way, in the house that you live together with, and your wife is out, and she goes out in the morning, and she's coming back late night, 7 p.m., and there's no food in the house, and you have been in the house since 4 p.m., and there's no food in the house. You are not expecting that it is when she comes in 7 p.m. that you now start hustling and what are we going to eat, honey? Kilo one, there's nothing. Sure, you don't enter kitchen like this, and you are waiting for her to come. No.
Yeah.
So it is sensitivity that and you maturity from you to know that my wife is not at home. She has gone out for work or something, and there's no food in the house, and she'll be coming in late, and you have been in, you've been in the house for say 3 hours ahead of her coming, and you could not think of something that you could put together to get to eat for her.
Even for her to even eat and say, oh,
and it is that bad that
and say, what would you like to eat this evening? Or I want to quickly go to the market. Or I'm getting home earlier than you.
Yes.
You're getting home by 9 p.m. I'm getting home by 5. What would you like me to buy,
prepare,
or what would you like me to
Oh,
prepare?
I knew of a certain couple that when I was younger, that when the husband comes back early, he will buy bread and butter.
Mm-hmm. He will not eat it for
He will
himself.
be eating it, waiting for the woman.
The wife to come and cook. Imagine, that's wickedness. That's wickedness.
I even feel like if you are coming to even cook for me, I feel like, why are you coming to come and cook in my house?
Honestly, I don't even like people to come and cook for me.
Don't do it. I know how to cook.
So
it's not like I don't appreciate the fact that you want to cook for me, but I can cook. You don't need to do those.
If you enter my kitchen, I will follow you. I'm sorry. I always feel like it's my kitchen.
Oh my
God. You don't need to do those duties for me.
You guys, why am I flanked by the 1% of the men?
I'm serious.
I was waiting for those ones.
No.
When they cannot wash their outfit, they'll be like, I can't wait to get married.
Yeah, so that another person can come and call someone on your behalf.
Say, you say, Vivian, where are you? Vivian, just come to my house.
Some of them will be storing clothes for their partners.
The whole house.
No, they'll send you money. I say, when you're coming on your way,
buy iPhone. I go to the market myself, I buy my things. And that's why I used to tell people that if you are coming into my life, you must you have to offer me something. It's to complement it. And
yes.
You have to offer me something that I don't already
that's
have.
A beautiful word to use.
Compliment
it, like
compliment the person, and the person should also be able to compliment you as well.
Too. Yes, it has to go to it.
But you see, there's a lot of expectations of one-way compliment.
So, like he was saying, I think more of expectation is on the male counterpart that he has to be the breadwinner, and now in this which is true. In this our generation now, we now not just want them to be the breadwinner. We want them to offer the emotional support. You want them to be there to listen to your cravings. You want them to give you quality time. You still want them to give you money, and you still want them to go and make money. So, looking at everything that you want them to do, it will be. Let me tell you that if you are that kind of a person, you can't have it all. You can't have it all. You want him to give you money. Mm-hmm. You want him to give you quality time. You want him. You want to call him 12 p.m. and he's doing. I love you too. I love you too. He's doing it for you. You are still expecting him to give you emotional support. You have to take one. If you want him to be giving you money, let him go and make that money. And be able to spend it on you. I'm not saying they can't give you all.
No, you're under the assumption right now.
For those that want it.
No, you're under the assumption that even though men are supposed to be like the supposedly by the cultural standards breadwinners, it's not entirely so.
It shouldn't be entirely so right now.
It's not entirely
with
so.
What the
but here's what's going on. Because the world expects the guy to be the breadwinner, even when the woman is the breadwinner, she still, like, chucks it under him like, oh, yeah, it's you. Go and breadwin it.
I've seen.
It's not I've seen.
I wouldn't call out, but I've seen, in short, I've seen families where things like that happen. Where
it's a lot of families.
The mother gives money to the father. I would see this. I will call it the way it is, the way I see it. Any father, any man, wherein it is the wife that is giving you money to go and pay for the school fees, and it is the wife, but you are acting like it is your money. You are an irresponsible father.
That's not
but
fair.
some people say it like.
But yes,
that's
the
that if the woman does not show it to the outside world that it's okay, like she should not make it lord over
and there's
him.
a lot of focus on trying to
I'm
make
not saying the wife cannot pay. I'm not saying the wife cannot pay for bills. But I'm saying that if
you want them to channel it to you,
as the man, you are saying that it has to come through me. They have to know that it's coming through me to the outside world. Even though it's coming from your wife, you want to own it like it is you.
Breadwinner.
You are taking the glory of the breadwinner when it is your wife that is secretly bankrolling you, and you're using it to do your guy in public.
I read a story last month. It's a crazy story, and they were both married earlier in their, maybe like 20 years ago. The husband, the husband was still
good to go.
No,
he was still like
in
his initial start.
In his age
he was hustling.
He's still hustling and bustling.
And then what did she do? She went to steal $10,000 from her father, and she gave him the money to start the business. And she told him that, guy, I stole this
money.
$10,000. I don't even remember how much, but let's say $10,000. I stole this $10,000, and 20 years after, he has a big business, he's progressive and everything, and now he's telling her that she's a thief.
Thief husband.
He is telling her that. Imagine,
Yes, he's
the
telling
same
her
person
that.
they
Yes,
told
he's
bankroll.
telling her that she's a thief, and he's now ignoring her and
well.
using that scenario of the fact that
Emotionally
she
blackmail her.
emotionally blackmail, and
so-
she's saying that, look at this person that I literally wanted to contribute to the person's life. I stole money, and now the person is using that thing that happened against me.
You know
And I
what
felt
she
like,
did?
why did you even collect the money? Why did you say she should return it back
Now-
if you're as innocent as you claimed you were?
Let's just analyze it. The man is he's not a good person. He's not a good person in the first place for blackmailing. Then two, the wife, what she did out of love is not acceptable.
Stealing.
She shouldn't have done it. Back to one of those things that we said earlier. That's why it is good to do things for doing sake, not because you want something in return.
Yeah.
When I give you things because I'm doing it out of me being me, I expect nothing in return. So when nothing comes, I'm not disappointed.
Yeah,
It
I
is
agree.
because we have expectations. It is when you have expectations that you are disappointed.
Yeah.
So I feel like even when you borrow money, just ensure that you return it, because it can break relationship, even romantic
breaks,
relationships as well.
yes.
We've seen people go to the extent to borrow money for people that they love, and it backfires on them. Return.
And do you know what
return
happens
the money
that
back.
upsets me?
Return
Everybody,
it back.
everybody blames the victim for even doing those things for love.
Yes. So please,
So
in your
upsetting.
relationships, when you want to borrow money, when you need money, if you are borrowing from your partner, be careful of the words that you will use. When you want to borrow, say, Oni, please borrow me 200k. Return back the 200k.
It's not that
if
they are
the
not
word that you
using
use,
those words.
don't say.
They don't want to pay.
No,
They
no.
don't
Me, I'm
want
now
to-
saying
no,
it.
no,
I'm
no,
laying
no.
emphasis that when you want to borrow, when you need money, number
So
one,
long as you said it, if you
when
say
if
borrow
you
and the
use
person
borrow,
now here dash.
if you use borrow,
But some people
don't
it's
say
dash that they hear. Oh.
don't
It's
say
not borrow,
Shebi
it's dash.
Shebi is my love. Why is it? Shebi is on it? Shebi is, if it is the word I use is borrow, please ensure that you return, because it is a trust. If you use borrow for me, I will have expectation that you have to return it.
Hold on.
So if you don't
Mind
return it, you
you-
have broken my trust,
hold
regardless
on.
of the relationship that's between us.
It's a he said she said situation. So you can say borrow and the person head dash.
Dash.
Unless it is written.
How are they hearing
For
that?
it is
And
written.
it's some
How are you
and it's some
hearing
marriage
dash?
relationship is dash. Oh.
It's dash.
That
oh.
borrow is dash. Oh.
No, that's
dash.
why I'm
That
saying
borrow
it
is
now,
dash.
that we should be intentional. Honestly, we do ourselves more odds, or more harm than
More
good
harm.
when we say things and the things that we do are not reflecting the things that we say.
Yeah.
Because we are humans, all of these things would stockpile.
Yes.
So today you say borrow, you do not return. Tomorrow you say borrow. A day will come that your
cup
your
will
portion
be
will be full, your cup will be full, and when you come again with that borrow, and it might be that time that you will need it the most, I will disappoint you and I will break your table. You know, be saying
But it's a
that.
relationship, y'all. They say, you're not a forgiving partner.
No.
It's very
That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting. That is trying to turn the table and say,
Yeah,
this
I know.
So-
You don't give me anything.
it
You-
is- I'm
what
not
have
saying
you done for me?
we should
I just
not
asked
give-
you. I just asked you ordinary 300k.
I'm not saying-
And you are here making noise.
I'm not saying we will not help each other to meet financial needs, but we should be careful of the words that we use. When you say borrow, ensure that you return it. When you need and you want to, you know that you don't have any means to pay back, say the partner, baby, or whatever pet name you call yourself, I need 500k. How can you help me? It is better than borrow me 500k. I'll return it, and after 5 months you've not returned it, and you're now coming back again to say, I want to borrow this thing. No, wala. If you have money that has money that does not end, they will borrow you. But the thing is that even when the person keeps indulging, one thing we should know is that to the people that are understanding, what we are not taking notice that they are bearing a lot.
Oh.
The moment you say somebody is understanding, look it well.
Understanding
The
partner.
person is taking a lot more than they should be taking.
Yeah, they should be taking. Yeah.
Now, in that process,
True.
when they are now taking a lot that they can take, a time will come that if you did not checkmate it, if you did not balance it, it would get over the breaking point. You cross over the breaking point,
Yeah.
and the moment you cross over to their over their tolerance level and their breaking point,
Tolerance
you've done
level.
yourself a
Huge
huge
disservice.
disservice.
But
They
then
will
that's
start.
where
They
gaslighting
will now start
works.
doing opposite of every good thing they've been doing to you.
Yeah.
That you have been like, Tema Yaolowe, if I borrow money from him, he doesn't take it back. It's not that he doesn't take it back. He's just not acting and he's taking note of it. The day you will turn
tables
the
around.
table around, you will now have yourself to blame.
Yeah.
You'll now be saying that so he's not even as romantic as I thought he was. No, you are the one that took advantage of the little grace or benevolence of the person. So don't make your partner understanding. You too be understanding. I'm serious. Because when you say meaning of understanding is that you are taking advantage of the person.
Understanding
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
A lot of people say understanding partner on social media.
Partner that you are taking advantage of. It is partner that you are taking advantage of. That's what you are calling understanding.
Whenever you see them say, understanding wives are trying, understanding husbands are
that you are depriving them of.
Cheated, finish.
It is that you are depriving them of things that.
Or understanding co-worker. Or understanding boss, or understanding
the boss that you can go MIA or Hawo with and you will not say anything. So you say, my boss is understanding because he has been pampering your dirty behaviors or habits. So please, I think we owe it our partners and ourselves to be good persons and people that are mature in our mind, such that you don't make them bear with a lot. It doesn't make sense if you have to put up with a lot. It's not good. It's not good to the other person. It's not good. So let's just have all of these sacrifices, bring it to your table. You to bring something, bring everything to the table. Now you might not bring the 100% of it. Bring love, bring trust, bring fidelity, bring money, bring maturity, bring emotional intelligence. Now it might not be 100% of money, it might not be 100% of emotional intelligence, but at least have it in good and sizable proportion. Not that you don't have anything to offer when it comes to emotional intelligence. You're not saying that that one, I'm a naturally annoying person, so he understands. No, now
that's my what do you call it, horoscope?
That's my
zodiac sign. I'm a Sagittarius. I can fly in the night.
I'm a Leo.
It doesn't make any sense.
Leos do not listen. Honestly. That's just the way I've been made.
My love language is jumping on the bed.
Everyone should just at least bring something. Bring a portion of everything to the table. So that the day that your partner does not have it, you are putting your own
takes us back to what Seun said earlier, and what I was even saying, like it mustn't be a round-up figure of 100. Any day that you're on 100 and your partner is on 100, bring it on.
Bring it all together.
So that when there's a 0-0, you guys will go and take from the memory bank of 100. You know, this whole trying to, okay, he's a 70 today, so I must be a 30. And he's a 20 today, so I must be at 80. Come on.
Or you want to stay on your 10 bank and
you want to not stay on the 10. No.
And
improve yourself.
And you're on 10.
Why do you want to stay on
yourself. All right, on this, so we're in the last session. So, Bolu, tell us, just give us a roundup of the conversations we've had today and what you recommend to viewers out there. And then also, lastly, we want to know what's social media, the expectation of social media on what contributions would be for relationship, whether it be friendly relationship or romantic relationship or even relationship with work.
Okay, so I think social media is a large part of our lives now. Twitter, Instagram, and every now and then you see reels, you see couples share romantic experiences on social media, and you want it, you love it. Yes, it's fine, but I think what we should take note is that we should not rush things and don't jump into things that you are not at yet. So take for example a couple that has lived with themselves for 10 years and they're sharing a moment that they've built for 10 years, that they are sharing a result of 10 years assignment on the social media, and you are with a partner in less than a year and you want to start manifesting those things. It sounds like delusion to me. So take your time. Don't look at social media and use it as a yardstick to measure what you want in your relationship. Don't say because Ebuka and Ebuka's wife are looking gloomy on social media, they attend dates every Fridays, they go for dinners. I want to go for dinners every Friday. If you are not there yet, if you don't have the financial means, if you are not there in terms of togetherness, don't force it. So don't allow social media to set your standards for you, because there are a lot out there, and if you are not careful, you want to just jump on every trend and do everything, which should not be. So if you use that to measure what you want in your relationship, you just run yourself to a breakdown, honestly, because you set expectations that will be difficult for you to meet up to, because you are saying that someone is taking their girlfriend to a date in a newly open diner, and you are saying, oh, your partner must take you there. What if your partner does not have the financial means at the time? So take your thing a step at a time. Don't pressure yourself because things are happening on the media. You want to also have it. There's no pressure, honestly. Now, generally, what we are talking about relationships, friendships, everything is that bring value to the table. Value can be in emotional support, it can be in finances, it can be in maturity. Bring almost everything if possible. Just that it might not be in the entire portion, but if you bring emotional, even if it is not in 100%, bring emotional support, bring financial support, bring everything that is possible to have, every value that you see out there that is possible to have, bring it into the relationship and do the good that you expect from your partner to do to you. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Olu. So Priscilla, any last words for us?
I don't know, just there will never be a last word when it comes to these things. However, what's important is just be a better human being, really. Be kind, be empathetic, be amazing to humans. Do not be a douchebag. That's me being very conservative, you know. But so with that being said, I hope if no one takes any part, please communicate, please.
Clearly.
A lot of people struggle with communicate. That's for me.
Thank you so much, Priscilla and Bolu. I think one word for me would be on don't make people that understanding partner. Stop doing
Stop
that.
letting them put up with a lot.
Stop letting them put up with a lot in the name of my partner is understanding. You are only setting yourself up, right? So instead of putting people up to that, you can be the understanding person. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching up to this extent. I would like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow, like, leave a comment on how you value relationship, contribution, what you bring to the table. Leave a comment and we would love to answer them. Are there topics that you think we can say or discuss as well here? You can also share them in the comment section. Thank you once again, and while here, we're going to complete this by our culture here at RaiseaGlass. We are going to raise a glass we're going to raise a glass to relationships that have value, right?
Yes, valuable relationships.
I know.
Don't make your partner understanding partner, please. He's understanding.
You go around
Raise a glass of vodka. Raise a glass of whiskey.
I'm the table because you have good
You go around, we have
Raise a glass of vodka. Raise a glass of whiskey. Raise a glass of wine. Anything you want. Raise a glass of vodka. Raise a glass of whiskey. Raise a glass of wine. Anything you want.